Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell by the title of the video, my NARS Holiday 2022 collection palette is here. Stargaze is the name of the palette. We're going to be doing 3 eye looks, some swatches, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on this palette and whether it's worth the $60 that it cost. So if that sounds like a video you would like to see, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, before I start the eye looks, because I feel like I usually just jump right into the eye looks, let's talk real quick. So this is what the outer packaging looks like, and it has a 12-month shelf life, and it was made in Italia. Like I mentioned earlier, this retails for $60. I purchased mine through the NARS website, but I mean, it should be coming to Sephora. If it's already available at Sephora, I'll go ahead and link it down below at Sephora as well. All eyes are on you with a limited edition palette of 12 intensely pigmented eyeshadows, featuring an eye-catching lineup of velvety neutrals and shimmering pops of color. High performance mattes creates the perfect smoky eye. Pearlescent powders deliver on the drama. Silky satins glide on creamy shine, and glittering toppers brighten eyes with a multi-dimensional starry-eyed surprise. Ultra blendable color, unbelievable payoff. Ultimate Party palette features a holiday edition palette embezzled with a star-studded design. Okay, so this is what the palette itself looks like. Some people think it's a little childish. I actually think it's okay. It's not too bad. They could have done better. I think maybe if they would have done the actual palette gold and maybe the stars and the lettering black, I think maybe that would have looked a tiny bit better. And here is what the palette itself looks like. So nothing super special. If you cover this purple shade, it almost looks like every other palette they have come up with, right? Luckily for me though, I only own this one now, the Summer Unrated palette, and a mini from the holiday collection last year. So I don't own too many NARS Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes, and this is one of the reasons why I picked this up. Also, look at the size difference between the Summer Unrated and this one. Okay, let's get started with the eye looks. Okay, let me scoot you in a tiny bit. Okay, so first shade we're dipping into is going to be this one. It does have the names on the back, but I always mess it up when the names are on the back, so I'm not even going to try. This is a Refer number 27. It's a nice fluffy brush, and I think first eye look is going to be just like a traditional crease shade, all that good stuff. I do have my ColourPop eye base. Goof Proof, I think it's what it's called, and I'm really going to blow this shade out. My kids are going down for their naps, so that's what that noise is. Beautiful, beautiful shade. It's blending out nicely. Lower lash line as well. Okay, now we're going to jump into this pretty shade right here. This is a Sonia G Crease Brush. I think she's coming out with a new eye brush set, and I think this is one of the brushes, but like a full handle. Okay, this is going to go in the outer corner and a tiny bit in the crease. I'm going to try and wing this out as well. It's a pretty shade. Tiny bit on the lower lash line, but I think only about halfway in. Okay, that is what that's looking like. So pretty. I think I'm going to deepen up the outer corner just a tiny bit, and I'm going to jump into this dark brown. It almost looks like a dark chocolate brown, so I might have like some purple in it. This is a Sigma E45, and it's gonna go, like I said, right in the outer corner. Deepen it up a tiny bit. Tiny bit down here. Okay, now comes the shimmers, and the very first shade I actually really wanted to dip into is this one right here. So let's start with that one in the middle. Okay, feels almost like a chunky, creamy, on the drier side type of shimmer. Probably should have put down, let me put down some glitter glue. Okay, glitter glue is down. I went into my NYX glitter glue. You don't have to. I just feel like it really just makes the shadows pop out more when you do, and fallout is less. So let's try this again. Yeah, this is definitely more of like the drier, chunky kind of shimmer. So more than likely it's going to apply best with your finger. You could use a brush. Just make sure to probably lay down glitter glue or maybe wet your brush, but just from the feeling of the texture, finger is probably best with this shade. Okay, and now let's go ahead and dip into this pretty gold right here. Might as well keep it all nice and warm. So this one is definitely more of like the sheeny type of metallic. But it's pretty. This one's probably easier to pick up with a brush. I don't have nails, so for me using my fingers is not a problem, but I know a lot of people, you know, you like nails, you like to keep your hands nice and pretty. I would just suggest probably wetting your brush first. Okay, now for the inner corner, I'm going to dip into the lightest shimmer in the palette. This is a Sonia G detail brush, and I did wet the brush with my Fix Plus. Gonna go right in here. I'm also going to bring it down here into the inner corner. Okay, let me put on lashes, all the good stuff, and I'll be back to show you this first look. Okay, my lovelies, here is the eye look nice and done. I went ahead and just used mascara. I did go in to this Urban Decay liner in Mildew. It's like a pretty little green, but I only used it to tightline. I also, for the blush, and I am wearing the bronzer in this as well. This is Laguna and Orgasm, but this shade is actually a tiny bit too light for me right now. So I did, with this purchase of this palette, buy a small little Orgasm X blush. So I have a mix of this and the Orgasm for the blush. Okay, let's go ahead and jump on to eye look number 2. Okay, eye is nice and primed, ColourPop Goof Proof. First shade I'm jumping into is this one, but as you can see, it has a tiny bit of sheen in it. It's okay, we'll make it work. This is a Sigma E25, and I'm actually going to start in the outer corner. This is like a soft, fluffy, flat brush. You guys already know I like to wing my eye looks out. I am going to come down here about a third way in. Okay, that is what that's looking like. It's like a dark brown purple shade with like purple sparkles. I feel like the base is like a black base. It looks pretty. I'm not mad at what I'm seeing. Okay, this is a Morphe and Ariel A20, and I'm going to jump into this shade here. And this is going to go kind of in the crease. I'm going to really blow it out. Almost like it's a transition up here. I am going to bring this down here as well. It's like a cool tone kind of transition shade. I like it. I definitely feel like this palette is kind of divided into like cool tone side and then warm tone side. Okay, that is what it's looking like. And I'm going to dip into this shade here. Gosh, my sisters are blowing up my phone. Sorry, guys. This is a Morphe M433. It's like a fluffy flat brush. And I feel like this is more of like a purple tone, kind of dark pink. It's gonna go right next to that shade. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And I'm tapping first. Okay, I did put down some of my trusty NYX glitter glue. I'm going to dip into this shade here, which looks like that chunky shade, this one. At least the texture looks like it's going to be that kind. Yeah, it is. Okay, this is going to go in the inner corner. We're gonna go in with one more shade, don't you worry. So this one feels like probably performs best with a finger. You probably could try a brush, probably wet it beforehand. Okay, now with this Sonia G detail brush, which I did spray with some Fix Plus, I'm going to jump into the Pretty Periwinkle Purple. This is gonna go in the inner corner. Hopefully it pops. Okay, it is. It looks like it has maybe a small shift to it. And I am going to put a tiny bit of it here. Okay, mascara, all that good stuff, and I'll be back. Okay, here is the other eye look done. Look number 2. The red is throwing me off a tiny bit, but whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, I'll do better. Eye look number 3. I did go into this Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner in Midnight Blue and just tight lined, and I did only do mascara, no lashes. For the blush, I went in to the same combo, the Orgasm from this Summer Unrated bronzer and blush duo, and I also added some of this Orgasm X, this little mini teeny tiny thing. So cute. For the lips, I feel like it only goes with this eye look. Is this lip liner from Revolution, Makeup Revolution, whatever. It's the Soph collaboration lip liner and a Rare Beauty lipstick in Creative. Okay, so let me show you eye look number 1. Eye look number 2. Okay, yeah, so we're going to do a third and final eye look. Swatches talk. And okay, let's jump right into eye look number 3. Okay, my lovelies, let's get started with this third and final eye look. Washed the dishes and forgot to put my ring back on. Okay, so let's start with this one because I feel like I didn't really showcase it during the last eye look. This is a Morphe and Ariel A11, and my kiddos are getting a bath from Bobby. So if you hear noise, that's what it is. This looks like a beautiful taupey gray that has like a tiny hint of purple in it. Honestly, I don't know where this eye look is going to go. I already created a more warm tone eye look, and I already created a like cool tone eye look. For this one, I'm honestly just playing around. The only thing I'm going to do is make sure and include that last shimmer in the palette that I haven't used, because I have used every other shade as well. But this is a beautiful, beautiful, like I said, taupey gray with a slight hint of purple in it. Okay, that's what it's looking like. Now I am also going to dip into this shade. I feel like I also didn't really get to showcase it. This is a Sonia G crease brush. I'm going to put this in the outer corner and also in the crease. About halfway, no, 2/3 in. Yeah, right there. It's like a dark purple brown. Almost reminds me of an espresso with a hint of purple in it. A tiny bit on the lower lash line. About 1/3 way in. That's my Wyatt man, making it hard for Bobby. Okay, those two shades look very pretty together. I'm going to also use another shade that I feel I didn't get to use to its full potential. And that is this one. I just feel like it looked really red in the second eye look, so I just want to really pack this on the outer corner and see how dark, like if I can get it this dark on my lid. This is a Sigma E45, and I'm tapping mostly first, because that to me looks almost like a burgundy cranberry type of shade, but in the second eye look, it looked more red than anything, right? At least to me it did. Okay, I definitely do feel like I'm able to pack it more than I thought. Down here, a tiny bit. I definitely think it helped out that I used that second shade in the outer corner and crease. Okay, I had to put down some NYX glitter glue. Now the only shimmer I haven't dipped into, which is this shade right here. Pick that up with my... Okay, so the texture of this is definitely the same as this one and this one. Like chunky, thick. Such a pretty color. Which I feel that outer corner looks really good with this shade. Okay, and now in the inner corner, I'm actually going to dip into the really gold one. It's gonna go right in here. Okay, super pretty. Now with this little Ofra brush, it's like a pencil brush, I'm going to dip into the little periwinkle purple shade, but I am going to spray, and I'm going to spray the brush instead of spraying the brush first and then dipping into it, because I already got a tiny bit of hard pen and I did have to scratch it off, so didn't like that. It's gonna go right here. Okay, and And now I'm going to dip into the lightest shimmer in this palette. I did wet my brush first though. This is the Sonia G Detail brush. And I'm dipping into this shade right here. Use that as my inner corner shade. Since it's a shimmer, I don't mind too much dipping my damp brush in there. Okay, so let me finish up this eye look and I'll be back. Okay, and here is the final eye look. I did go into a Catrice eyeliner. I don't remember the shade, but it's like a dark, almost eggplant purple. I only tightlined and I did just the outer corner of my waterline. For the blush, I went into both the NARS blushes I have, Orgasm and Orgasm X, just mascara, and I went into the Tiger palette. I used this highlighter to highlight, and for my brow bone. For the lips, I have on the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in Raisin and a Pat McGrath Lust Gloss in Dare to Bear. But here is the finished third and final eye look. Let me know what you think. Let me go ahead and scoot you out so we can talk, discuss, swatches, all that good stuff. Okay, so I'll go ahead and insert footage of the swatches here while I talk real quick. I think I already told you the price, but I'll say it again. It's $60. This is a limited edition collection. So it dropped with this palette, a 6-pan blush palette, and a couple of other items. I think lipsticks and maybe eyeliners. I'm not 100% sure. The only thing that I was actually interested in was this palette. It has a 12-month shelf life and it was made in Italia. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, this is my second larger NARS pan palette. There's 12 shades in here. You get how many shimmers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 actual shimmers, and then this one I feel is like a hybrid between a satin and a matte, but it does have some sort of sheen in there, and the rest of the shades are matte. I feel if you take away the periwinkle purple, it's like your boring NARS palettes that they come up with, but I feel like these color stories are popular because they keep selling them, right? The other palette, the other bigger NARS palette that I own is this Summer Unrated. So if you put these two together, it's like day and night, right? I feel like this is the daytime sister of this holiday one. This one has 16 shades and this one has 12. I believe I paid $59 for this palette, and this one is $60. Do I think it's worth the $60? No. I think this palette is closer to like the $45 to $50 mark, if I'm being 100% honest. I mean, the eye looks I created are absolutely beautiful. I do enjoy the eye looks I created. Everything worked beautifully. I had no issues at all with any of the shades that I used, but I still feel like $60 is a little bit too much, even if it is limited edition, even if it is a holiday palette. I just don't see or feel like this is worth the $60. So if you're planning on picking this up and you are interested, and of course that's why you're here, I would probably say wait for a sale. So if you can purchase it at Sephora, wait for the Sephora VIB sale, or even Black Friday because it's coming. I don't think this palette's going to sell out before then. I honestly don't. But I definitely feel like these two together are going to be a good combo. Okay, well those are my thoughts, and those were the 3 eye looks and swatches and whatnot. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the eye looks. Don't forget to let me know down below which is your favorite. I think eye look number 1 is my favorite. Yeah, I think so. It's a warm tone, so of course I picked that one. Okay, well that's it. That concludes this review and 3 eye looks video on the new NARS Holiday 2022 collection Stargaze palette. All right, my lovelies. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. Every like, every comment, everything. It helps me out so much, and I truly appreciate it. So with that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Alright guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye!